Maybe 30 times.
Wow.
Maybe 30 times.
Okay. And that was from July until?
July or August.
Yes, sir. Until when?
Until November.
Okay. Let's talk about you.
Oh, no, let's back up. Let me back that up. There were some weeks, of course, I didn't go down there. Okay. When Casey went back was incarcerated, the crowds pretty much dwindled. Okay. So when she was incarcerated, I wasn't down there for the most part. That's probably a better way to put it. So it probably wasn't that many times because I was just counting the number of weeks, and then times by 2. So it probably wasn't that many.
Have you ever met Casey?
No.
You hesitated there for a minute. Why?
Well, it was just some, because I was in the house when she was out of jail, but and I've been in the house, but not when Casey was there.
Okay, so you've never met Casey?
No, sir.
Okay. When was the last time you were at the Anthony home?
December the, gosh, let me think. December the 14th, I think it was.
And for what purposes?
I had driven them back from church to the house that day.
They went to church service?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you go to church with them?
I was at the church, yes.
So you went to church with them?
I went to church with them.
Okay. And where was that church?
I believe it's called the Eastside Baptist Church.
Okay. And what brought you to the home on December 14th?
Driving them from the church back to the house.
Oh, so you were the volunteer to be their driver?
Well, I've been with them from December 11th when they first found Kaylee.
Were they unable to drive?
Were they unable to drive? You talking about physically unable to drive?
I don't know. I don't know why you were driving. I don't understand why you were driving them to church.
Because we left the hotel. I spent a couple days with them at the hotel.
Okay.
And we had left the hotel and then went to church and then to the house.
Okay. And so that's the last time you were there?
At the house, yes, sir.
Okay. Why have you never been back to the house?
There's no reason to.
Okay. Because there's no crowds and...
Yeah, pretty much.
When was the last time you had any conversation with George or Cindy Anthony?
Probably sometime in January.
Who'd you talk to?
Cindy.
What'd y'all talk about?
Just what were we talking about? Just called and just how we each were doing. She asked about my little boy. Asked just general information.
Did you talk about the case?
No, sir, not at all.
Who called who?
She had called and left me a message, and she had called and left me a voice message and also a text message.
What did the text message say?
Just basically, I think just to contact her.
She asked you to call her.
Mm-hmm.
That's a yes.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
And so you called her, and then she just wanted to have small talk with you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Did you find that odd?
No.
Were you all friends by this time?
We were friends. Yeah, I would think so. I would hope so.
Were you familiar with her or with George?
Well, I don't know. I guess I'm not sure who I had more interaction with. Probably, but I would say equal.
Okay. And why have you had no more communication since January with the family?
Distance, where I live.
Did you still have the cell phone?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why you haven't spoken to them since January 14th? Has there been a falling out between you and the family?
And falling out is described as?
Disagreement, fight, argument.
I've had no argument, no fight with anybody.
Is there a reason that you haven't had any communication by phone with the Anthonys since January 14th?
The purpose I went down there was completed. There were no more crowds, and there was nothing for me to do down there.
Okay.
These people want, remember, these people are going through a lot,
Of course.
Yeah.
And now, let's go back to Dominic Casey. You continue to go down only on the weekends, Fridays and Saturdays.
Yes, sir.
You were never down there on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday.
I might have been down there I might have been there a couple Sundays because I think that's when they had the vigils. We were on
Monday,
Sundays
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You're never down there.
Yeah.
You're out doing the private eye stuff.
or whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
Or going to dinner,
Relaxing.
shopping, yeah, whatever.
Shopping. Are you a shop? You keep talking about shopping. Are you a big shopper?
I'm a big shopper.
Yeah.
If I have money, I'll go shopping like everybody else.
Now, but it's safe to say that from the time you first went down there, you never went down on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday.
Went down on Thursday, December 11th.
For why?
It was the day that they found Kaylee's body in the wooded area, and I didn't remember if Dominic had called. I think Dominic had called me first. Well, I had heard it on the news, that they had found the remains of a young child in the area, and Dominic had made contact, and he asked me to come down and meet him at a site in Orlando, which I did.
But other than that date, and we'll come back to that date. Other than that date, that's the only.
Yeah, I can't. I don't specifically remember the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or date, weekday.
I understand. Now, during the time that you first met Dominic Casey, how much time did you interact with him?
Well, like I said before, 3-4 hours a night for the nights that he was. Excuse me, the nights that he was there.
So y'all were just kind of hanging out in the truck, eating pizza?
I'd say we were hanging out in the truck.
Or hanging out outside the...
Well, hanging out's kind of we were there.
I'm from Kentucky, so that's hanging out's... we use that.
Well, you hang out, we were there.
We were there, all right. But all outside the house?
Yeah, at that time, yeah.
Yeah. Would he ever go in and leave you outside?
Yes.
Did you want to go in?
No.
Weren't you curious to go in?
I've been in the house before.
Before you went in the first time, were you curious to go in that house?
No. No. I mean, they already showed the house on television. I don't have to. Why?
Being in a house is different than the house on television.
I've been in a lot of houses.
Okay. When was the first time you went in the house?
Oh, gosh. Oh, you know what? I did, yeah. I did go down there, I think, on one Wednesday. George and I had a conversation outside, and he just mentioned he liked a particular dessert, and my wife ended up making it for him. He hadn't had it in 20 years, and I ended up taking it down. It was the day before his birthday, and I think his birthday was on a Thursday. I think I went down on a Wednesday, and went in the house, gave it to Cindy, and left after a short period.
Was that the first time you'd ever been in the house?
I think so.
So the dessert got you in the house.
It got me in the house. Yeah.
What was the dessert?
Bread pudding.
Bread pudding.
Yeah, with raisins, no less.
It was raisins. Yeah. So you decided to make George a bread pudding.
Well, my wife did. Yeah, she had spoke to him on the phone earlier.
Okay.
She had called me, and George asked to speak to her, and just said some nice things about me to her, which was nice.